Om Sai Ram. Happy Thursday to all. When you light the lamp Sai with a wick of love in your heart, all the darkness is warded off and you get the clear vision of your path. Sai says, "You need not tell anything to me. I know about your needs as I am seated in your heart. Everything will be arranged on time. Fear not, your Sai is with you." Sai Baba often said that, "Let his man be at any distance, 1,000 chaos away from him, he will be drawn to Shirdi like a sparrow with a thread tied to its feet." This chapter describes the stories of 3 such sparrows. Lala Lakshmi Chand. This gentleman was first serving in the Sri Venkateshwara Press in Mumbai, then in the railway department, and afterwards in the firm of Mrs. Raleigh Brothers and Co. as a clerk. He came in Baba's contact in 1910. 1 or 2 months before Christmas, he saw in his dream at Santa Cruz an old man with a beard standing and surrounded by his bhaktas. A few days later, he went to his friend's house, Mr. Dattatreya Manjunath Biju, to hear the Kirtan by Dasganu. It was always the practice of Dasganu to keep Baba's picture in front of the audience while doing the Kirtan. Lakshmi Chand was surprised to see that the feature of the old man he saw in his dream tallied exactly with those in the picture, and thus he came to the conclusion that the old man he saw in his dream was Sai Baba himself. This made a deep impression on his mind and he decided to go to Shirdi. It is always the experience of the Bhaktas that God always helps them in their search for Sadguru and other spiritual endeavors. That very night, a friend named Shankara Rao knocked at his door and asked him whether he would accompany him to Shirdi. His joy knew no bounds. He at once decided to go to Shirdi, and hence he borrowed ₹15 from his cousin and after making due preparation, left for Shirdi. In the train, he and his friend made some bhajan and inquired about Sai Baba with some fellow passengers who were returning to their place near Shirdi. They all told him that Sai Baba was a great saint living in Shirdi for many years. When they reached Kopargaon, he wanted to buy some good guava as offering to Baba, but he forgot to purchase them. When they were nearing Shirdi, he was reminded of the guavas. Just then, he saw an old woman with a guava basket on her head running after the tonga. The tonga was stopped and he gladly purchased some fruits. Then they drew on and came near Shirdi, and on seeing flags on the masjid, they saluted them. With puja materials in hand, they went to the masjid and worshipped Baba with due rituals. Lakshmi Chand was much moved and was extremely happy to see Baba. He wrapped himself around with Baba's feet as a bee with a sweet-smelling lotus. Then Baba spoke as follows. "Cunning fellow, he does bhajan on the way and inquires from others. Why ask others everything we should see with our own eyes? Where is the necessity to question others? Just think for yourself whether your dream is true or not. Where was the necessity of the darshan by taking a loan from a Marwari? Is the heart's desire now satisfied?" Hearing these words, Lakshmi Chand was wonderstruck at Baba's omniscience. He was at a loss to know how Baba came to know about all the things that had happened en route from his house to Shirdi. The chief thing to note in this respect is that Baba never liked people to borrow or take loan for his darshan. The remaining story will be continued in the next video. Bow to Shri Sai, peace be to all. Subscribe my channel, do comment, share and like. Thank you.